Hey, 5J nerds. Hey, so we got motor testing. This is the Xpower Lite. What is the number, Ollie?
291512.
And it's coupled on a CN spinner, and it's got CCM spin prop set 998. 98.
This one, 9x8. So we're going to be testing a couple different props to try to get the optimal 3S setup for this Xpower motor.
Now we've got a Castle Lite 50, Edge Lite 50, and we've got a Gens Ace 3-cell 900 milliamp pack.
800, 900.
It's showing 1228 volts, and it's pulling 45 amps. And what was the watts? 514.
Yeah.
So we're going to check the actual thrust.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, let's, I think this is the, was this the tear button, or was it, I don't read Chinese. I think this was the tear. There it is. All right.
Okay, so in watts, or thrust.
That was 800 grams of thrust.
Yeah.
800 grams of thrust, and it did the 45 amps again. 800 grams isn't great. All right, so let's switch out props, right? Test 2 with the CCM 10x6 prop.
Same setup. It's the same setup.
Same battery.
Same battery. And here we go.
Sure.
We've got our plugged in.
Let's zero that.
Now we're down to 12.19 volts, guys.
Oh my gosh!
Be sure to accommodate for that.
This isn't a valid test.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Oh, yeah. 1,200 grams. That's more like it. 46 amps. 1,200 grams. Well, that's getting closer.
512 watts.
It's almost the same.
So it's actually
Better.
better in the sense that it's
I mean, it's pulling much. It's producing much more thrust.
much more.
Yeah, 1,200 grams.
I would say that this would be where you'd want to be for.
But the 46 amps is kind of a lot.
You want the thrust to match the weight in grams, at least.
At least, yeah, 1-to-1.
Yeah.
But what about the 46 amps it's pulling? What would that be in flight? I mean, I know it would drop.
Oh,
it would drop, but
probably half,
no.
maybe at 3/4. That would be another test. We'd have to run.
No, I think it might drop like. It might go from 46 to like 30, high 30s maybe in flight. But that might be too much for a 35 amp ESC. I don't know really. All right, let's
One more.
wait, hold on. Let's wait a minute. Watch your fingers, boys. Let me reset that. Okay, give it one more. 1250 and 46 amps. So pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. All right, let me write this down.
We have dropped a bit of voltage, so
Yeah.
so this is obviously going to drain your battery quicker, but who cares? Because these are F5J setups.
Should we top the battery off for the next test?
Yeah, for the next test. Well, it doesn't really matter because
Well, we're gonna do it.
this voltage will drop in the air.
Yeah,
So actually, if anything,
we're gonna do 11x7 too.
this voltage is accurate.
Third test, 11.7 CCM prop, and just make sure that's
Same setup, guys.
zeroed out.
Now, we're at 12 volts, which is pretty realistic. So
Yeah, that's only a 0.2 drop. Watch your eyeballs.
much
Holy.
less RPMs.
Yeah, and I saw 54.
54.
54. Yep.
This would be too much prop for this motor.
Yep.
It did warm up a bit more.
And I saw 1250.
There was a significant voltage drop.
Yeah. This is not the setup.
54 amps, so less battery length.
Yeah. More amps, drawing more amps.
Just a hair more watts.
Slightly more watts,
power,
and
so.
not producing any more thrust.
And it sounded like much less RPMs. But
Yeah. I don't think the 11-inch prop is the way to go.
No.
With the light motor. Yeah.
Based on numbers, no.
Yeah, I think the 10.
10 is the way to go.
The 10 is where it's at.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got one more. This was a 11.7, and we're gonna test just for kicks. We're gonna test a 12.6 CN prop and see what that does. But we should probably let that cool a little bit. All right, next test. I don't have high hopes for this one, but this is a CN 12.6. We don't sell these anymore for moral reasons, but we'll test it anyway since there's a lot of them floating out there. Let's reset that and.
Ready?
Yep. Give it. Oof, that did not sound good.
It did pull more air though.
I didn't catch the thrust, but it was pulling 58 amps and 600 watts.
It got quite a bit more hot.
Yeah.
It's too much prop for this.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely a no-go. Do not use this prop.
For this setup.
Yeah. For this motor. These are all just for this motor, the Xpower.
Okay, nerds. We got another setup here. So
Yeah.
Now we got the Xpower 2925-8 turn. So this is what you would consider the windy setup. We're swinging CCM 11.7 prop.
Just for this first test.
This is the first test. Still same setup. Castle Edge Light 50. Gens Ace 900 milliamp 3-cell pack.
Yep.
We don't know where to buy these.
Yeah. Don't ask us.
So don't ask.
Although no, Gens Ace is I think that's a Hobby Wing brand. So
It might be.
maybe Hobby Wing in the US.
Yeah, I don't know the C rating, so you can.
It's
do some
500C.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because who cares?
Well, it says high power right there.
That's the C rating, high power.
Yeah, high power. C rating is high power.
Okay, here we go. Here's the
hold on,
first tug.
So we got, this is the windy model setup. Wait, let me put this stuff away so it won't blow off the table here.
Ready?
Watch your eyeballs! Holy 1600 it pulled. 1600 grams of thrust.
57 amps or 58.
58 amps. Is it going to show the watts?
Yeah. 636 watts.
Oh. Okay, what do you think about this setup? Seems like it's drawing a lot.
I think you could use a bigger prop.
Hmm.
Because it's not even warm.
Is it? Let me touch. No, it's still cold actually. Yeah, okay, let me write that down real quick and then we'll switch out to the next prop. Alright, next prop, CCM 12.8.
It's a good size prop.
Yeah.
So again, this is the windy motor 8-turn. Same battery pack. It's at about 1237 volts. And same electric speed control. We're all zeroed out. Here we go. Ready? Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
I saw 1800 there. Ooh, pulled a lot of watts. The motor's still cool. What's
Yeah,
that beeping? Is that a warning?
It overdrew
Oh
the
yeah.
ESC
68.
because it's a 68 amps.
Yep.
So, not a safe setup.
Alright, next prop is the CN 12x6.
No, this is a 11.8.
What? Oh, but is it a CN?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. CN 11x8.
Same windy motor, 8-turn. Same ESC. Same battery.
Yep.
And here we go. That's the setup right there.
1,600 grams of thrust. I thought I saw 60 amps.
61 amp.
61 amps.
660 watts.
Yeah. And this setup was on a model, so we kind of already know it works.
61 amps. Yeah, this is the exact setup you would want to use. Like, for instance, on the 2PK, you need nose weight. So by adding this motor, you don't have to cut the nose or add CG weight, because you just put this motor in, you run it on 3S with a 50 amp ESC or anything that can hit a 60 amp burst.
Yeah, but it would be less in the air. It would probably
be less in
it'd
the
be
air,
in the
so
50s for sure.
You could go with the 40 amp ESC in the air. So
I mean, I think this is the ESC for this.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's obviously doing fine. Nothing happened. So this is the correct setup. 11.8 CN prop for the Windy model. Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that we don't sell these anymore, and we won't sell them anymore. But maybe you can buy them somewhere else.
For moral reasons.
For moral reasons.
Yeah. You shouldn't use them.
But you could you could figure it out on your own.
Yeah. We're just giving you data here.
Real data.
Real data, nerds.
What was the thrust?
1,600.
That's a lot.
Shit, was it? Maybe we should run it again.
I'm gonna run it again.
Wait, hold on.
Ready?
Wait. I thought it was 1,600. Go for it. Yeah, it got a little bit above 1,600. Okay. 61 amps and 6. All right, next prop, CN models 12x6. 3S. Whoa.
Dang, look at the amps.
That's the setup.
Jeez.
That thing pulled 2,000 grams.
But less watts. Dude, that's probably the most efficient setup.
Yeah.
Because even the amps went down to 47. 47 amps. 48, whatever. Kill me, nerds. But dude, that's incredible.
Let's try it again.
Ready?
Yeah. 2150. 47, yeah. I'll call it 48. And how many watts was it pulling?
513.
Dude, this thing would run all day long, man.
Not only that, we're providing 300-ish more thrust.
Yeah, that's tons. That's
a lot
That's
more.
about 2150.
Wow.
Right now, that's the winner for this guy on a 3S. All right, last prop for the 3S setup is a Vita
12.8.
Yep, Vita 12.8.
It's the same Windy motor.
Yep.
The 8-turn. Same electric speed control and same battery.
Yep. And
So we're zeroed
I
out.
lost a little bit of voltage here, but not enough to worry about.
Here we go.
Oh. That thing sounded like cavitating or something, right?
No, it's over. It's over.
It's overamping. Yeah.
751 watts.
It's overamping the speed control, and I don't remember what this said, but I don't think it was much.
Yeah, it's 71
So,
amps.
The prop's not actually working.
It's not.
Yeah, I think it's cavitating.
Yeah.
Race day quads. Yeah.
All right, we go into the 4S battery. Yeah.
Okay, nerds. We're using a Race Day Quads 650 milliamp 4S pack. Probably not any kind of pack you would use on a 5J because it's fat. Unless you're using like a Vertigo one or maybe Liberty. Actually,
are you saying the Vertigo one's fat?
a Liberty
son of a-
knows would fit this fine.
Hey, just plug the
Side-
battery in. Nobody cares.
All right, nerds.
We're using it because it's all we have. All right. So wait. We got the
Windy.
CCM 98 prop with the. We're still on the 2925 windy motor.
What turn is this?
8.
8 turns. So it's the 8-turn windy motor, Xpower.
Yeah.
And it's still using the Xpower light.
No, Xpower.
I mean,
Phoenix
Phoenix Edge Light
Castle.
50.
It's a Castle.
Castle. Yeah.
We're registering 16.6 volts.
Here we go, man.
Watch your nuts. That sucked.
Did that only say 1100?
It did. And let's see what we got here. What's this?
52
2
amps.
amps. Yeah.
16 voltmeter. 674 watts.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. That's cold. Let's try it one more time. Let's see what this. Yeah, 1100 grams of thrust. Obviously, this prop is a no-go. It's a 9.8. I'm thinking it needs less pitch. All right, CCM prop 10.6.
8-turn Xpower motor, windy.
Yeah, they know it's the same motor.
Here we go. Ready?
Still registering 16 volts. All right, close your eyes, boys. It's more like it. 1,600 and something grams of thrust. 56 amps.
– 720 watts.
It's a lot of watts. Not very warm.
I think it needs more load. These RPMs need to drop.
Do you need a bigger prop?
Yeah.
All right, wait, hold on. We got a different 4S pack, just to check. We're gonna run the 11.7 again. Okay. All right, overamped the ESC again. 62 amps. Yeah. $750 watts. Yeah. Well, let's show them. Here's the paper that comes with the motor. This is the motor we're testing. And it calls for 4S 11.6 through 11.8. Max current 60 amps. Maybe an 11.6 would be the way to go. But we don't have an 11.6 to try, right? Dude, what's the conclusion with this windy motor?
Well, in actual thrust test, it has no advantage to run 4S.
Yeah.
At least on the bench. If there's any way that this motor gains more thrust in the air because of less drag, obviously this is static, I doubt it. So it's showing that 3S is the way to run this windy motor with the 11.6 prop.
12.6.
12.6
The 12.6 was the best setup.
Yeah.
On a 3S pack.
And it had the lowest resistance, wattage, and
Highest thrust.
highest thrust.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we don't have a nice 11.6 prop to try, but I don't think. I mean, I think it would work better than the 11.7, but I don't think it would come close to matching that 12.6.
no, because the thrust was like, what was it, 1,200 with this?
No, it was 1,600.
1,600. So we're getting 2,000 thrust with 3S.
2,100
2,100
with the 3S.
with the 3S
yeah.
setup.
Yeah.
So there's zero, and it's not like the higher voltage to drop the amp.
No, it didn't.
So the most successful is 3S, and it will drain the battery the least. It's the safest.
I mean, if we could test it again in the future, if we get different props, we will. But for now, I think we can both say for the windy motor with the Xpower, 3S, 12x6 prop. That's going to be your hands down the best setup right now.
With this EEC,
Yeah, 50 amp ESC.
these numbers could change. Perhaps what's happening here, actually, I think I know what's happening. We need at least a 60 amp EEC that would allow for 70 amp range, because the reason this is not going faster is because we don't have more amps.
Yeah, but the specs, the paper that came with this motor says 60 amps max. And we're pushing it past that. We've only been running it for a few seconds, but what if you run it for 30 seconds at 70 amps? It could burn up.
Yeah,
So it's not something I'd like to experiment with.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that concludes it, nerds.
If we get a decent 11.6 prop, we'll try it again. But for now, 3S is the way to go.